Hello Year 7 and welcome to the final video of Year 7. We're going to be going through the answers to this test you've just been doing on simple equations. So let's see how we do and hope for the best. Right, here we go. So first one, we just subtract 7 off both sides, giving us x equals 8. And for this one we add 4 to both sides. That gives us x is equal to minus 4. So 1 mark for each of those. The next one we divide by 4 here, giving us x is equal to 7, and for this one we divide by minus 4, giving us x is equal to 15. Right, to question 3, for this one we multiply through by the 4, giving us x is equal to 32, and this one we multiply by the minus 3, giving us x is equal to negative 21. Okay, for this one we're down to 2 stages for 4a, so we want to add the 5 first of all to give us 3x is equal to 24, and then we divide by the 3, giving us x is equal to 8. Okay, we've got 2 main ways to do 4b. First main way will be to multiply by, to add 3x, okay, right in the end, giving us 7 is equal to minus 8 plus 3x, and then we've got minus 8 here, so we add 8, giving us 15 is equal to 3x, and then we divide by 3, giving us 5 is equal to x. However, we also could have, if we'd have wished, we could have started, let's just copy the equation again. So that's fine. If you've got what I've just done, that's fine, but if you're interested, or if you didn't do it that way, you also imagine it this way. You could subtract off the 7 first off, giving you minus 3x is equal to minus 15, and then divide by the minus 3, giving you x is equal to 5. So it doesn't really matter which way you do it, you get 5 either way. Okay, now we've got the unknown on both sides, so what we want to do, these ones are positive ones, so the easiest thing to do is to remove the smaller amount of the unknown first. So if we take 4t off here, that will give us 0 is equal to 3t minus 12, 0 is equal to 3t minus 12, then we add the 12, so 12 is equal to 3t, and then divide by the 3, so 4 is equal to t. For this one, if we're looking here, that's the smaller of the 2 unknowns, the 3w, so removing that from both sides gives us w plus 15 is equal to 8, and we just take the 15 off, and this w is minus 7. Okay, on to question 6a. We've got alternative methods for this as well. First way might have been to expand the brackets out, giving you 15q plus 20 is equal to 35, and then we take off the 20, giving us 15q is equal to 15, dividing by the 15 gives us q is equal to 1. Or we could have divided by 5 straight away. That would give us 3q plus 4 is equal to 7, and if we take off the 4, that gives us 3q is equal to 3, and then divide by the 3q is equal to 1. So either of those would work. For 6b, again, we could expand the brackets out here, and so that would give us 12s minus 21 is equal to 6s plus 12. And then if we look at these, I've got 12s and I've got 6s. Well, the one that's the smaller one is the 6s here. So if I take 6s off, that gives me 6s minus 21 is equal to 12. We add the 21, so 6s is equal to 33. Divide by 6, so s is equal to 5.5. Okay, that's probably the easier way to do it. Or we could have just divided by 3 straight away, giving us 4s minus 7 is equal to 2 lots of s plus 2, just having divided by that 3, and so now 4s minus 7 is equal to 2s plus 4. We subtract the 2s off, we've got 2s minus 7 is equal to 4. If we add that 7, we now got 2s is equal to 11, divide by the 2, s is 5.5. So you could have done that either of those ways. 5.5 is the answer, however you do it. Okay, now the next few questions on this are going to be questions where we've got an equation that we've got to make up from a story. So what we're going to do here is we're going to call the number of films that Keith watches K. If Alison watches 4 more films, Alison watches K plus 4. And it's 18 films altogether. So Alison is K plus 4 and Keith is K, and altogether that makes 18. So there's the equation, and so that gives us 2K plus 4 is equal to 18, and so 2K is equal to 14 and K is equal to 7. Okay, for question 8, we've got our bread recipe requires 5 times as much flour as a pastry recipe. So we're going to say here that our bread, spell it properly, BR, okay, I had to say bread, and that's 5 times as much as the pastry recipe. So the bread is equal to 5p. But also, in the second sentence, so that's the first one done, bread 5 times as much flour as the pastry recipe. So the amount of flour is going to be p. That's the amount of flour for the pastry recipe. The bread recipe requires 444 grams more flour than the pastry recipe, so the bread is also the amount in the pastry recipe plus 440. So if those are both equal to bread, they're both equal to each other. And so 5p is equal to p plus 440. So if we just subtract off the p, 4p is equal to 440 and p is equal to 110. And that's grams, obviously. Okay, question 9. Mrs. Smith hires the car and the van. The car was £21 cheaper than the van, so the car hire must be V minus 21, and the van is going to be V, and the total is £85. So that means that we've got V plus V minus 21 is equal to 85. So that gives us 2V minus 21 is equal to 85. So 2V must be equal to 106. So V, which was the van, must be equal to £53. For the car, it's just going to be, the car is going to be equal to 53 minus 21, because it's £21 cheaper, and that's £32. Okay, looking at question 10 now. Again, this is similar to the baking one a little while ago. So the cat is 4 times as heavy as the kitten, so we're going to say that's 4 times k, which is 4k, and the cat is also 3.6 kilograms heavier than the kitten, so the cat is k plus 3.6, and they're both equal to the cat, so they're both equal to each other. So 4k is equal to k plus 3.6. If we subtract off the k, we've got 3k is equal to 3.6, and so the kitten is equal to 1.2. Now we know we could use either of these to get the weight of the cat, which is what we're after. So I'll just do 4 times 1.2, which is 4.8 kilograms. Okay. Question 11. Right, it's a little bit trickier, this one. Bottles of water are used to fill a large bucket. Right, so the bucket is what we're going to make the equation from here. How much goes in the bucket? So if 18 bottles are used, 18b, the bucket is 200 meters from being full. So 18 bottles plus 200 milliliters fills the bucket. That's the same as using 19 bottles, 19b, but you've got 350 mils left over. So it's 19b minus 350. So now we just need to solve this equation. So if we just take off the 18b, that gives us 200 is equal to b minus 350, and so 550 is equal to b. That's only the bottle. we've got to find the bucket, so we could go into either side of the equation. I'm going to use the left hand side, so I'm going to do 18b, but b is now 5, so 18b plus 200, that's going to bucket, so that's going to be 18 times 550 plus 200, and that gives me 10100, so 10,100 millilitres, which I guess we will probably want to call 10.1 litres, but I'll accept either of those answers. Okay, and lastly, the really tricky question 12. Right, the monkeys in an exhibit at the zoo eat the same numbers of bananas every day, 7 days a week. If they ate one banana fewer per day, right, so let's look at that for a bit. One banana fewer per day. So in each day they would eat 7 bananas. So in each day they would eat B bananas. So in a normal week they'd eat 7 B bananas. If they eat one banana fewer per day, that's 7 less over the whole week. Now, our total number eaten in 7 days is 4 more than the original total number eaten in 6 days. So the original total number in 1 day was B, and so 6 times that for 6 days plus 4, and there's our equation. So that was quite hard to form that. Then we can just take off the 6b, and so b minus 7 is equal to 4, and then add on 7, so b is equal to 11 hungry monkeys. And that's it. Okay, so this one is out of 36. So if you could send me what you've got done, that would be super. And I look forward to receiving that. And thank you very much, Year 7. You've been absolutely terrific during this lockdown. Nearly all of you have got absolutely everything done, and most of it has been done very well indeed. So thank you and goodbye.